In the sun-scorched sprawl of Darika city, among clashing horns, rising towers, and dreams for sale at every intersection, lived Mirembe, a striking young woman whose beauty was only eclipsed by her ambition. She had emerged from university with honors in hospitality and tourism, hailed as a future industry leader. But 2 years post-graduation, the only thing she served was street food at a kiosk wedged between a cement shop and a betting center. Customers asked if she was the boss. She lied and said yes. Mirembe was broke, bitter, and boiling. Her friends from campus posted photos from Dubai, Lagos, and Cape Town, flashing bundles of cash, clinking glasses in infinity pools. She couldn't stomach it anymore. She wanted that life, and she wanted it now. It was at a friend's birthday party, her first outing in months, where her life took a turn. She met Shade. Shade wore a red satin gown, like it was stitched onto her soul. Diamonds winked from her ears. She didn't walk, she glided. They had once been in the same class. Now Shade pulled up in a Mercedes and left the club in whispers. Later that night, under the glow of street lamps, Mirembe cornered her. "You were like me once. What changed?" Shade's smile held secrets. "I stopped waiting for permission to win." They met the next day. In a quiet garden, Shade told her everything. About the crowned serpents, a circle of women who used ancient power, acquired through sacrifice, to secure wealth. "There's a cost," Shade warned, her voice hushed. "But nothing worth having comes free." Mirembe didn't flinch. She agreed. The initiation was held under a full moon in a remote compound. Candles flickered. A matriarch in black beads asked her a question. "What weighs you down the most?" Mirembe answered, "Nana." Nana had been her best friend since childhood, loyal, innocent, trusting. The thought of her made Mirembe's stomach knot. But ambition is louder than conscience. She called Nana weeks later, offering her a job at her soon-to-open restaurant. Nana arrived with her usual smile. She never left. The money came swiftly, a wire transfer with more zeros than Mirembe had ever seen. She opened her first restaurant, Queen's Flame, in the heart of Darika. People raved about her suya fries and jollof cocktails. Investors flooded in. She offered more jobs to young women from faraway villages. None returned home. Each time, the rituals became easier. Each girl, a deposit into her dream. She now had 5 restaurants, all glowing with acclaim. But then, the hauntings began. It started with dreams. Nana appeared in flames, whispering, "Was I not your sister?" Mirrors cracked on their own. The air in her restaurants felt thick, oppressive. Food went bad overnight. One evening, a customer bit into a stew and screamed. It tasted like blood. Mirembe paid spiritualists and prophets. Nothing worked. The faces of the missing girls followed her everywhere. Then came the sickness. Her skin erupted in sores. Her hair fell out in clumps. She bled from her gums and eyes. Hospitals found nothing conclusive. One doctor whispered, "This is spiritual." She retreated to her penthouse, afraid to sleep, afraid to wake. That's when she met Kweku. At a business conference, Kweku gave a quiet, powerful speech on ethics and enterprise. He was magnetic in a different way, humble, thoughtful, grounded. Afterward, he approached her. "Your eyes?" he said gently. "They're at war." She scoffed, but gave him her number. They met for tea, then dinner, then late-night walks. Kweku listened. He never pushed. He prayed when she cursed. She told him pieces of her truth. One night she broke. "I've killed them," she whispered. "They trusted me. I fed them to shadows." Kweku didn't run. Instead, he held her trembling hand and said, "Let me help you find light." He brought Reverend Adeyemi, a barrel-chested man with tearful eyes. The deliverance lasted all night. Mirembe screamed, shook, collapsed. When she woke, she felt something heavy had left her. But guilt remained. She went public. Her confession stunned the nation. Families of the missing girls wailed on live TV. Some cursed her. Others just cried. At her trial, Mirembe refused defense. "Let the dead speak through the verdict," she said. She was sentenced to 20 years. In prison, she began again. She joined a Bible study, then led it. Women wept in her arms. Former gang leaders called her Mama Flame. Whilst in jail, Mirembe learnt about God. She read the Bible and armed herself with the Word of God. She will not be deceived by happenings of this world. Flashy cars, big houses, big businesses. She joined a church in the city and became a preacher. "I built empires on blood, but now I build altars of hope, and if my past can't be erased, it can be repurposed for God's glory." The congregation stood in silence, then thundered with applause. Mirembe smiled, tears catching sunlight. She was no longer haunted. She was healing.